Boom. Look, there's my mic now. And for some reason, you sound like this. So we've had. Oh my God. You know what we should do? I think we can get around this. I think, what if we just double up on this one? Yeah. I think we're just going to double up on my mic because his brand new mic, whose settings worked great, not 10, 15 minutes ago, sounds like shit. And Mickey Mouse, who might be a little drugged up in that one because Mickey couldn't quite get a word out.
Mickey had a long one last night.
Mickey timed one off last night.
Mickey got drunk and spent the rent last night, man. He's doing bad.
Okay, now we both get chat. So you guys have missed the entire conversation so far. Welcome to the first episode of Cody and Jake.
Sports Takes.
Hell yeah, working title. Obviously working with the microphone and figuring out why that's just randomly died. Yeah. So we apologize for any issues with it so far. I think we are working now. So if anybody popped in, sounds fine now. DJG Rec, I appreciate you popping in. Good to see you, brother. Literally.
And to recap, Jaden Daniels, if you're watching this, they don't care if you want to go or not.
they don't care. Yeah, don't know. Again, we just bought his mic last week. Settings worked great until they didn't. So shit happens. To give you a quick synopsis, first episode of Sports Takes with Cody and Jake. Caleb Williams is going number one. We all know this. Even if he doesn't want to, says, "Hey, I'm not gonna fucking play for you." Playing for him.
It's the only lock,
and it's one of the best spots number one has ever gone into quarterback wise, ever, if not the single best.
Yeah.
Number two, we're talking about Jaden Daniels. Obviously, it makes sense. Jaden Daniels. The odds are in Jaden Daniels' favor, if you will. Shout out Hunger Games, but there's a lot of conversation about them potentially trading down, not going Jaden. Possibly. I don't know why they would, but maybe it's the elbow thing. Yeah. Maybe it's because his elbow could potentially kill you.
Maybe it points out and they thought, you know what? He's going to nick our running back and he's going to just hurt people. We don't want him.
If he's not drafted, UFC.
Yeah.
There's a career at UFC right there.
Leaking
but at the same time, is that a lethal weapon? Because if that hits somebody in the temple, potentially killing him.
Yeah.
Potentially going straight through his temple. So,
I think that they're in too good of a spot really to pass it up. Like someone will have to make the Godfather offer to get them out of that 2 spot, which it could be Minnesota. If you can convince Minnesota, or you can convince them to take 11, 23, and then whatever we have next year, that could potentially be enough.
11, 23 in a first round next year.
Yes. But I think your chances are better with New England or Carolina to get that same exact deal done more than they are.
What did Carolina give up to go get number one?
Oh,
and what'd they go from?
Their whole life.
They only went up.
Yeah,
like 3-4 spots, and they didn't go up that far.
But then they gave the next year's first, which then turned into the number one pick this year.
Yeah.
And so essentially, they lost Caleb Williams. And they missed out on C.J. Stroud, which they feel like now, which no one knew he was going to ball to that.
Break the NFL rookie record for everything.
Man, does that have to hurt? You have a 5'10", well, it looks like a big 8th grader playing quarterback.
Eighth grader, long God,
huge 8th grader,
and every coach is not helping him out either. Hey, you can't see over just stand in that pocket. Hey, bro, just stand in the pocket. I need you to do a 7-step drop. Yeah. Stand in the pocket. There will be 4 to 7 250-pound people running at you 4.2 speed.
And then complete this pass to Adam Thielen.
Yeah. Ooh, great. He's not going to have more than a yard of separation.
I didn't mean to throw Adam Thielen under the bus.
Especially as a white boy for the cause, bud.
Yeah.
There's not too many white boys.
There's not a lot of us
making moves like that, so what we're saying.
Not a lot of white guys getting yacked. Yeah. We're very catch the ball and fall people.
Oh man, but at the same time, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah,
he is known for catching the ball. I'm not getting touched. You're not fingering me.
He has increased his longevity.
As a Seahawks fan, he's done great because he doesn't get hurt ever. Catches the ball, 0 yak, maybe a half a yard per catch.
But
what
as a
we're
fantasy
saying,
football man, it is frustrating watching him
very
play.
frustrating. What we're
It's like
saying
he
is
gets 2 points
Jaden
on
Daniels is probably going to. The cost to get that pick is so damn high that the odds of anybody doing it are slim to none. And then we go number 3 with Charge. No, are they 3?
Oh no, the
No.
third overall pick.
Yeah, third overall.
Third overall pick is going to be
Patriots, obviously. Yeah. Drake May?
I think so.
Drake May?
Robert Kraft wants his guy. They don't even have an active technical GM at the moment, so I think Kraft at the end of the day is making the calls, and he wants a young quarterback, and I think he's going to get it with Drake May. If someone moves up and potentially in front of them, which I don't think it's going to happen, if someone manages to get that second pick, I think they'll still settle with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, I think it was Schefter. Schefter had a very good article come out yesterday that talked about the Patriots listening to phone calls about anybody wanting to trade up, and that's where a lot of people were talking Minnesota. I think somebody also mentioned possibly Arizona trading up or down. I can't remember exactly, but
what's interesting to me about that's Elliott Wolf, who they won't call their actual GM, and he said, the pick's open, we're open for business, and then immediately after, Robert Kraft says, well, we want a young quarterback. So it makes me wonder if Elliott Wolf was talking out of turn when he said that pick's up for grabs.
That would make sense. And who makes decisions for the Patriots? Elliott Wolf or Robert Kraft?
I didn't know Elliott Wolf before this week.
At the same time, it is bullshit season. This is the season for bullshit. No bullshit is going to be like betting wise. Like the draft, the sports books know just as much or little as you and myself. They're just listening to all the shit that we're listening to and making their best guesses. The draft.
The draft is rumors.
It's all 100% now. Listening to a lot of people like Daniel Jeremiah, Michael Lombardi, stuff like that. A lot of them say everything up to about 72 hours, complete bullshit. Everything you hear is complete and utter bullshit.
Teams will put things out to throw you off the trail of a player or to make you think they're doing something else.
Exactly, and that's why we're having this on Tuesday, because this is the mark of the end of the bullshit season coming up. We have about 2 days, 50 hours, give or take. Nope.
Roundabout.
58 hours, give or take, I'd say, before the draft. Between probably starting tomorrow morning, everything you hear is bullshit again. There's like a small window we're in right now that the stuff you hear is probably the most accurate you'll hear, period.
Yeah. Once you get within the 48 hours, that's when rumors kind of matter a little more. But God, before that, you'll hear just the most. It's like, the Washington took all these recruits to Topgolf, and I heard one guy outdrove the other, and now he doesn't want to play for him. It's just
did you hear that Jake Daniels was pissed about that?
Yeah, that he was upset that they
didn't essentially give him the attention. He didn't
get the Caleb Williams treatment. Caleb Williams, they're like, okay, the team went to Topgolf, but then Caleb Williams got taken to
See, but then I look at it like this: like, hey, say you're going in for your dream job interview, right? Something you've wanted to do forever. You've worked your entire life for this. You go in, and by the time you actually go in for the interview, you've already heard you have the job. The job is yours no matter what happens. That job is yours. So instead of an interview, they take you to Topgolf with all your buddies.
It gets to a point where the players are interviewing them almost.
What I'm saying is, like, do you want an interview where you could potentially lose the fucking job, or you just want to go hit a ball and
go hang out with guys? I know I'm going to get drafted.
Just keep it in the pocket, bro. Keep it in the fucking pocket.
Don't swing too hard. Don't hurt your knee.
Smile, shake some hand, kiss some babies, and get drafted number 2. I mean, now it is to the Washington Commanders, formerly known as a name that we can't really say.
But a week from now, you'll be a millionaire, and you'll be a starting quarterback in the NFL. What more do you want?
Who's this? Who they signed somebody, didn't they? I feel like they signed somebody.
They got rid of Howell, and then
shout out Seahawks.
Yep.
That's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
I liked Slinging Sammy myself. I enjoyed watching him play because he would make some beautiful throws, but then he would make some terrible throws. And Slinging Sammy. I like to think in 3 years he's going to be a top 5 passer in the league, but we can only wait and see.
Bold statement.
I like it.
That's a bold
Sling
statement.
Sammy. I'm a sucker for a good nickname. Okay. Sling Sammy.
Let's say New England trades. Who are they trading for, or who are they trading down to? Who's going up?
My best guess would be Minnesota. The Giants could move up.
The Giants have Daniel Jones.
Yeah, but it's talked about.
They have Daniel Jones, and I don't know if you saw his interview. That dude is so locked in. He doesn't blink.
He looks scared to me.
Dude, no, that's locked in. Everybody else seeing him is scared.
We've seen Daniel Jones locked in, and it hasn't been much.
It depends. Is it the playoffs? It's true. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And Kevin O'Connell was on Pat McAfee's show and talking about the quarterbacks and what they could do. Obviously, he's not going to give you anything, but he did say the most important thing to him in a quarterback is accuracy. So a lot of people immediately thought like a Bo Nix or a JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, something like that, who's more accurate, a little bit more seasoned. Now they're obviously, have no chance to get Caleb Williams. Zero chance. But I don't think that he's going to lean towards that type of quarterback. I think he wants more kind of traditional, if you will. Somebody who can run a West Coast offense and just get the ball to their. I mean, they got 2-3 weapons who are incredible.
People aren't talking about very much about the Rams can move down. The Rams are in a 3-way tie with the Cardinals are in a 3-way tie with the Rams and the Packers. They all have 11 picks in this draft. 11. They all have 11 picks total. So they all have the most picks in the draft.
Well, the Rams have a first-round pick, right?
For the first time since Jared Goff.
Dude.
For the first time since Jared Goff.
Think about their owner wearing a fuck them pick shirt.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked. Yeah, they did the Teddy KGB from Rounders. They posted the GIF. He says, I'm all in. 12? Yeah, 12, 13.
I think, right?
Right in there. Yeah.
They haven't had a first-round pick in a decade.
And they got a ring. I'll give them that. But at what cost? I mean, I get that's what you want. You get Matthew Stafford.
Aaron Donald's gone.
Yep.
Shout out, dude. I mean, one of the greatest careers ever.
Yep.
Top to bottom. I think every year he was Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Won several Defensive Player of the Year.
First team All Pro almost every single year. That guy was
an animal.
Thank God
but
he's gone.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the Rams, they posted when he retired, said quarterbacks rejoice.
And as a Seahawks fan who has watched him destroy the Seahawks offensive line twice a year minimum.
Yep.
Every year for the past decade, I am very happy that man is gone. But shout out to you, dude. Hell of a career.
It's interesting to see what the
What's up, brother? Big Jukes, Lava. How you guys doing? New film. What's going on, Lava? What's up, brothers?
I'm there, brother. But the Cardinals, it's just like, if you're the Cardinals, do you need 13, 14 picks in this draft? Do you like this draft that much? I would lean, if I'm one of those teams that are trying to trade, which the Cardinals are more in that position than anybody of those three, you need to really prioritize next year's draft.
Yeah. If you're trading down, why would the Cardinals not just take Marvin Harrison?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if they really want him, how far could you trade and still land him?
That's why Jim Harbaugh has been on this campaign so hard, because he wants JJ McCarthy to be taken number 4. He wants somebody to trade up to number 4
and take his guy.
And take JJ McCarthy. Any smart man is going to look at that and be like, well, the Cardinals don't need a quarterback.
Yeah. They got their guy.
Chargers don't need a quarterback. And who we got after Chargers?
New York Giants.
So that's where, okay. See, you would want to trade to 4 because Chargers aren't going to trade out of 5.
No.
They're not trading out of 5. And the Giants, if a decent quarterback's still there, they're definitely not trading out of 6 with insane guy who just and then did an interview like this. If you guys haven't seen Kirk Cousins' interview, this is it. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the entire interview. That's it. I've never seen more wide open eyes.
He was asked, do you believe that you are the best option for the Giants at quarterback if they draft somebody.
He looked directly into the windows of your soul. Like I'm telling you.
He was looking through me.
Tuesday, Jukes. I appreciate the hell out of you being here, dude. It's good to see you. It's such a shame all these teams are trying so hard just to see the Dallas Cowboys win it all. I can't agree with you until they. I mean, it's
1996, brother.
I thought it was 94.
Well, they won it. Didn't they win in 95? And so it's.
Oh, you're right.
You're still riding the high as a Cowboys fan in 96.
Thank you, brother.
Well,
that was a long time ago, dude. Like I didn't realize it either. And it's, I think it might have been Pat's show. I was watching it, and then somebody brought it up and looked it up. And like, yo, it's been since.
It's almost 30 years.
Like, yo.
Almost 30 years have gone
by.
And, no one talks about it enough because Jerry used to, pay for whoever you want. That's how it was. And then in 96, the salary cap started, right? That's when there was a salary cap. The Cowboys have not won since.
I did not know that.
That's how that went. They used to be, as much money as you had, that's how much you could spend. And then 95, they're like, we have to introduce a salary cap.
So America's team doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All that money.
They're like, dude, you've got Larry Allen and Troy and Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith. Like, how are you paying all these people? It was like the MLB is now, where it's like
insane.
One player can be making a whole team's salary.
All that cash paper, I gotta get you nothing, Jerry.
Yeah.
I gotta get you nowhere, Jerry.
You can't buy the wins.
You can't buy the wins, Jerry.
You can't buy the wins.
That's New York Yankees. They can't buy wins either, Jerry. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's horrible. That's such a stain on his legacy, dude.
Yep. As soon as he couldn't purchase every good player, it's a done deal.
Yo, Jerry. I don't want to talk too much shit, Jerry. What if you could be on the show one day, Jerry? We'd have to get real big real fast because you're old as shit, Jerry.
If you ever get on the show, I'm going to look you square in your shit. I'm going to say you're the reason the Cowboys won't win. You fired Tom Landry, and you should have been in that stadium when it imploded. All right. I'll leave that last part out. I'm going to leave the last part out.
Hey, mark it.
Everything else.
Mark it. Oh, my God. Okay. For real. Is Jerry shoving the Cowboys into the headlines at all times? He was famous for saying all publicity is good publicity, correct? I believe he's quoted saying that back in the day.
Yep.
Is he the reason they are A, America's team, and B, never actually in contention?
Yes, to both. I think that they're almost worried about a brand more than they're worried about wins. It seems like I flew one time into Detroit International Airport, right?
Yeah.
Detroit. I land and I'm walking around and there was a Dallas Cowboys shop in Detroit International Airport. And that blew my mind. And it's
they're America's team.
Yeah, then you realize, wow, the Cowboys are really global. Like,
did you know that they were the second pick who was going to be America's team?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you want to know who the first? Who? Pittsburgh Steelers. And their owner at the time was like, no, we're Pittsburgh's team.
Yeah.
And so then Jerry came in and swooped it all up.
Oh, yeah.
So it could have been, Pittsburgh could have, never had 7. I think there were 7, right? NFL.
Pittsburgh has 6.
6? They would not have 6, at this point because they'd be America's team, too much in the media, and then you're never going to win.
Yeah, well, that was another team that benefited greatly from no salary cap back in the day. They had a lot of capital. They were able to pay Terry Bradshaw the most anyone had ever gotten paid at that point. They had Franco Harris, Franco Harris, Lynn Swann. Jack Lambert. That whole defense, Mean Joe Green. Like you just you look back at some of those teams in the 70s and 80s, and you're like, wow, they had all the talent. They had everybody.
Well, they've won Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly.
So generally, again, I don't mean to bring it up, but unless you're the Cowboys or the Yankees. If you have the talent, you can kind of bring it together. Now, you have to have those glue pieces in a locker room to kind of mold everything together.
Or like key positions. Like the Cowboys really were one step away from taking it to the next level in the 90s. And then they got Charles Haley from the 49ers. They got a star pass rusher, and that took him to the next level as far as winning. Because pass rushers are so big in playoffs.
And to close out in the games and playoffs.
That's your closing pitcher. That's why you see teams will still sign Von Miller. You won't hear about him for 14 weeks. And then at the end of the season in the playoffs, you're like, oh, Von Miller's still there.
He had 10 tackles?
Yeah, Von Miller's got 2 sacks today. Like, what do you mean?
Lava says, my dad's a huge Vikings fan. He's been hitting his head on the ceiling fan of the NFL. The ceiling fan of the NFL. watching them drop right back down the board. Yeah.
Yep.
We discussed them. I don't know if you're here for all the Vikings talk, but the Vikings are in a unique position.
A unique and a bad position, I'd say. I don't. It's not a. It's a unique position, but it's not one you want to be in. Because from where I'm seeing it right now, you have a disgruntled Justin Jefferson who wants to reset the contract.
Why do you think? Why do you say he's disgruntled?
Because he wants to get paid and he wants it to be guaranteed.
I thought did he not get a contract?
I think that he's no. I think they're still trying to figure it out, but he wants like quarterback money, and that's why there's a big push for the Cowboys to re-sign CD before Justin Jefferson completely resets the market.
Oh.
And so they're saying you need to get that deal done now.
But both of them are probably waiting for each other to sign.
If it was CD, I would wait for because if CD shouldn't get paid as much as Justin Jefferson.
No, I don't think anybody can say that.
Exactly. So you wait to see what he gets paid, and you hope to get within spitting distance of it.
Yeah. Within a mill or two.
Yeah. And I think that's the big. So you have at the moment until you pay him and upset Justin Jefferson, you got rid of so many key defensive players. You got rid of Jordan Hicks, Marcus Davenport, Danielle Hunter. You got rid of all those guys.
I mean, how did Alexander Madison turned out?
Bad. That backfield looked just like they were in mud all year last year.
I mean, he looked so good. It was kind of like the Tony Pollard thing, where he looked so good behind Zeke because he's getting that 10, 15 touches a game.
Yep.
And because of that, he's so fresh, ball of energy, you know what I mean, against legs who are third, fourth quarter, tired as hell. Then you throw in Alexander Madison, he just runs the hell all over.
Yeah. Well, and then the Vikings, so they have the capital to move up in this draft, and it's just if they want to fill some of these holes that they definitely have, or if they want to go up and get their guy and stick, or it's just if they want to stick with Sam Darnold or not, and they should not. They should not stick with Sam Darnold.
See, I think Sam Darnold. You know, somebody did say that was the best thrower 49er. You know, in a 49ers uniform ever. Somebody said that. Best thrower, though I forgot who it is. We'll have to find the quote.
Really?
But best thrower of the ball in a 49 uniform, the 49ers uniform ever.
Including Cool Joe.
Ever.
All right.
You want to go with a couple more? Montana.
Yeah, so I'm saying Cool Joe Montana.
Yeah, Cool Joe Montana. Yeah,
Colin Kaepernick threw a great ball. He on the run.
I don't know if you've heard Steve Young.
Steve Young. He was
ever.
Well, him.
Oh, I guess he more had to scoot to him.
Well, also with Kaepernick, I'm just if you're a lefty, it's not as pretty to me.
It doesn't look as pretty.
I'm sorry.
For some reason,
I'm a hater.
When I see the righties turn lefty on those videos you see online, those look kind of good to me. Yeah, kind of smooth, you know. But Penix, I don't like how he throws, but the ball in the air
levitates. He's got that. You can tell where it makes that boom sound when he throws it. It's like he throws it and then the ball's 10 yards away.
Dude, that guy throws 90, 95 straight down the pipe. Yeah, now, the MLB, Angel Hernandez would call that a ball.
Yeah, 100%.
You see that in the first pitch of the game? That is right down the middle for ball one.
For ball one.
What?
Baseball's in a rough spot for sure.
You see the guy that got the manager who got ejected because this is literally top of the first inning, one guy on base. The next guy has one pitch. Right, the umpire for some reason is yelling at the Yankees. I believe it was.
Is it Boone? And the guy in the stands.
Yeah, it's like you say one more word, you're out of here. And then Booty looks away, and then somebody in the stands goes, "Bah, bah, bah, not about Booty." And then the guy turns around. Yeah,
the guy above the ump says quit it. You say another word, you're gone. And you see the guy above the dugout go, "Come on, home plate," and then boom, throws him out. And then the best part about the whole thing, the guy in the stands took his jacket off. So he took his jacket off and tried to blend in.
What was it, dude?
Yeah, don't kick me out.
What's going on, Nikita? Will not be ignoring that. All right, back to class. Nikita, how you been, dude? How you been? What do you think the Vikings are going to do, Nikita? What are they gonna do? That's lava there. Nikita's changed their name.
I'll tell you. I think
a few times.
You got to go get your guy. You have to. You have to go get a dude that you like a lot and pay whatever you need to, and go get a quarterback and restart fresh.
You said what picks do they have to move up?
I believe 11 and 23 or 20 something.
All right, let's count them out. Bears quarterback gone, quarterback gone, quarterback gone. There's 3, right? With the top 3 picks. New York probably taking a quarterback that's 4, and then you got Tennessee. Probably not. They're leaning in toward.
Tennessee's my favorite for Joe Alt, just a good lineman. Someone maybe maybe Brock Bowers, but I say Brock Bowers for the sole reason I do not want him to go to the Falcons. I don't want to watch him waste away like Kyle Pitts has.
Yeah, see, unless the Vikings are trading up to 4,
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting one of those top 4.
Yeah,
because the Falcons aren't taking one. They signed Matt Ryan. The Bears just got theirs at number 1. The Jets have Aaron Rodgers for the next 2 to 3 years. And then you got the Vikings.
Makes me wonder how available the Giants are to moving. If they really want, it's just I bet you could find out within 3 minutes of a phone call if they wanted to move their pick or if they're like, no, we're going.
They're dumb enough to move it too.
Yeah, if they're going with Daniel Jones, then you can move the pick all day.
Are they still paying him $40 million a year right now?
So,
yeah, they might be up. You know what? Because they could roll with him for one more year, get some picks from the Vikings.
He's coming off a blown out knee too.
And then next year's, I don't know who's coming out next year. We got anything good, or is it going to be a shitty class? If this class is so damn good, I assume next year.
It just feels like it's going to swing the other way and be a defensive draft just because of how offensive top heavy this draft is.
Yeah, there's so opposed to 2 years ago with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
There was how many defensive players taken the first?
So basically just Georgia's defense.
The entire
Georgia's defensive line, which isn't a bad move.
It's not. I mean, has paid dividends in the NFL. 100%.
For years, how it was like, oh, he plays defense for Alabama. It's like, let's get him. Sure. Like, put him on the board. The Ravens used to do that a lot. They would get, it's like, Marlon Humphrey. Sure, he's still available. We'll take him. Courtney Upshaw, we took.
So, it's hard for me to determine what the Vikings are going to do, honestly.
I thought they had another pick, though.
Well, it might be early second.
I don't know where I saw that they had another pick in the 20s.
But either way, Lava, I've been good so far. Vikings, to be honest, need to get a new quarterback. Keep up their defense. They need more offense. Offense wonders. They need a boy wonder.
They do need a boy wonder.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Hold on. No, they have a boy wonder. It's Sam Darnold. Worry not, brother.
Cute as shit.
They have Sam Darnold.
It's cute as shit. I mean, good luck, Sammy D. Good luck. Just make sure they keep their defense in the same spot.
He looks like the evil kid from The Incredibles. You know, the kid that I can't think of his name. He's voiced by T.J. Miller, and he's got basically Jimmy Neutron hair. That's what I see every single time I look at Sam Darnold, and I think it unfairly makes me think less of him as a player.
Oh, that's your quarterback. Lava. You can't let him talk to you like that.
See, what I had on here was
what Sam Dean looks like the baby from Boss Baby.
Yeah. He does. He looks like everything. He doesn't look like
he looks like everything.
I know this sounds like Moneyball right now, but it's just like he's not handsome. I don't want him as my quarterback. That's how I would feel about it.
Oh my god! Hey, bro, you're ugly as shit.
Man,
get out of here,
you
bro.
Throw a great ball, but man, you look like a horse's ass, and I need to not have you in this building.
You look like you hit in the face with a shovel.
Yeah, dude, stop looking at the water girls. Quit it. So what
I'm sure he has a really good personality.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I had Minnesota at 23 from Cleveland through Houston.
23.
From Cleveland through Houston.
What kind of Alabama ass shit is that, bro? Hey man, that's my cousin through my mother. Okay. What?
That's like my dad. He said, "I'm your uncle stepdaddy."
Hold on. All right, we'll talk more about the Vikings. We will be live for the draft.
Yep.
We will be live prior to the draft for a pre-draft show, and to steal any kind of viewers that are just kind of hanging out. So be a friend, tell a friend, be here, or be lame as shit. So get that tattoo.
Be there or be square.
Yeah, that's what
see something, say something, all that fun stuff.
Yep. But we'll talk more about what the Vikings are doing, and we're also, I think, going to have our own, draft board. Or mock draft board.
Well, it'd be fun to, we both show up. We don't tell each other about our draft before, and then we.
Oh no! I thought we discussed we're making one together.
No.
I think, with me having to figure out your mic stuff,
Mhm.
I just got so much stuff to do.
Yeah, it's just really busy.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that I think you'd beat me. Nothing to do with that.
I get it. Today's my first day off in 18 days.
You have a day off today?
Yep. I'm
Oh,
completely off today and Thursday.
I
That's the big y'all need to tune in, people, because I took a day off for the draft. For the draft specifically.
I think we're gonna be live for a while because he's gonna be bored as shit at
Yep.
some point before the draft. We're just gonna be sitting here talking about the draft, and
Mhm.
at some point we're just like, well, we might as well be live doing this.
Yeah.
And so, and with the draft, lots of shit going on. And anybody part of the channel for a while knows that we have giveaways, stuff like that with Threeg Pieces. You have no idea what that means yet. You'll get filled in.
Yeah.
We'll have all kinds of giveaways. I might even have a little bit of cash money giveaway, just a little bit, just a little bit. You have to be here. We'll also be talking to chat. Oh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? If you have a sports, take, question, anything like that, you'll be able to join the Discord, get into, the stream, if you will, ask your question on air, and we'll talk to you about it.
Hell, if one of you want to argue, I like to argue.
Yeah, I'll slap you in the face
Say
with
something.
the microphone.
Say something derogatory about the Ravens, or if you want to see me get unruly, unruly. Say something about Joe Flacco.
We'll do not talk about Joey Flacco.
You're gonna have to dig to find something bad about Joseph Vincent Flacco, though. Let me tell you that. So
I don't know if you can.
Not on this show.
No, definitely not on this show.
Not up in here.
This show.
Not up in here.
So we will be live. We'll talk more about the Vikings. We've been talking about the Vikings way too long. It's a wrong purple team. Broncos, right up the street from us. About an hour up north.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are they gonna do?
No, because they don't really have enough to move up and get a really good guy.
All the quarterbacks will probably be taken by then.
They could be a fun team to get Michael Penix.
They traded for a quarterback.
They just got Zach Wilson.
That's who it was.
They just got Zach Wilson. Hide your moms in the Denver area. Hide your mothers.
I was doing that. My mom over here too.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not doing that.
You better.
She get points.
You better wait You better wait 6 months from now when he's cut. That's when when he's no longer on the team.
Does he not give you like hard Drew Lock vibes?
Drew Lock seems like the evil Zach Wilson to me. That's what he feels like.
Zach Wilson, like if Zach Wilson wasn't, a soaker.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you know exactly
I'm aware.
Okay.
No, Zach Wilson just gives me the feeling of a dude that has been the shit his whole life, and
No, he's not.
Yeah, now he's
not.
Now he's far from it, and it was fun watching him. Like he's one of the most athletic players when he came out of that draft, and some people, oh man, he's
that throw. Remember the throw, the pro day throw? No, never forget.
Every year, someone will fall victim to the pro day throw. And I never got the pro day. It's like, okay, we know what this guy can do. We watched him for 3-4 years, and what are we gonna learn from him throwing balls on air? Like, what is that gonna change?
Scripted. It's almost like, hey, I'm gonna watch the WWE and think that this is all real.
Yeah, watch the WWE and think that guy's a great fighter.
Yeah, damn.
He's not.
Hey, if someone jumps me in the street, I'm calling that guy.
Yeah, well, I give a lot more validity to the combine. Like the combine things they do, those are actual drills put on by actual coaches. Yeah. I think that you can come away with something.
The pro day is definitely, hey, these are your best throws.
Yeah,
I think Caleb Williams this year. What did he throw? 15 passes.
Yeah,
or something? Nothing.
Well, that's a thing now. If you're one of these top guys, like Marvin Harrison Jr. last year, before he came out of the draft, did his pro day and told the scouts, enjoy it now because I'm not doing one next year.
Yeah.
And he was right.
He doesn't need to.
No, he doesn't have to.
Not only does he have the name, but he also has 2-3 years of
being
dominance.
The best. Yeah, being
dominance. Lava, excuse me. I don't want to dead name you. My old English teacher liked the Ravens. I died after watching the 2018 season. You want to talk about the 2018 Ravens?
Well, the 2008 or the 2019, where the 2018-2019 season where Lamar won MVP, first seed, and then got our
14-2.
Yes,
like
yep.
Yeah.
And then I remember it vividly. I had my Joe Flacco jersey the day before the game. I was gonna grill. They were playing the Titans, and I was walking.
They were supposed to walk the Titans.
They sure were.
I remember that.
And I walked around, and I was on top of the world. People were saying, "Nice jersey, man. They're gonna win. They're gonna win." And then the next day, we did. I've never been more frustrated watching a football game. It rivals the AFC Championship game from this year.
Do you think that was the beginning of the Ravens? Like, hey, We need Derrick
Definitely. I think it, because that year's the 2019 season is when they broke the rushing record.
Henry.
The team overall. So they
Big
were,
Cross?
yeah, they were running. Mark Ingram was toting the rock. Everything was going
Hell of a
great.
year. Best year of his career.
Yep.
Hell of a year.
And then, yeah, because the Ravens have always, done well with they have a main back, but it is a committee system.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
we've had Justice Hill just catching screen
Well,
passes.
that, and if you're running back there, you're going to tear your ACL
Yep.
within 5 games.
Yep.
At some point.
It's such a catch-22 because it's like you will get, you can get 25, 30 touches a game playing for the Ravens as a running back, but also there's just this awful, I don't know if it's the strength and conditioning, which it was Steve Saunders who we fired, and people are still blowing out their knees. So I don't know.
Ian Mitchell won last year.
Yeah.
I'll close my eyes and I'll see that happen.
Dude,
shout out the NFL for not replaying it because you only needed to see it once. Like, his foot went forward, his knee didn't.
Yeah.
Period.
Everybody is talking about like, there's going to be a great thunder and lightning with Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell. Because the Ravens have talked about how they plan on drafting a running back in like middling rounds, like maybe anywhere from the 3rd to 5th round. They're going to be looking at that position.
It's almost like
if your knee goes backwards, you're not the same anymore.
I mean, the Ravens drafting a running back in the 1st round. You said, right?
Well, they want the 3rd to 4th. Something
okay,
like
3rd or 4th. Either way, getting drafted, that's like a funeral home calling you and be like, "Hey, man, do you want to die?"
Yeah, hey, man, do you want to go ahead and sign this contract?
Come over here and get this casket.
But here's the deal: you really need the contract. So you're like, damn it, okay.
That casket's looking mighty fine,
Well, but also now, they got rid of J.K. Dobbins, they got rid of Gus Edwards, and
poor J.K. He got injured 2-3 years in a row.
Yep. ACL, Achilles, just both of them pretty early in the year too. He was so good coming out of Ohio State. I was so excited. He was great for his rookie year.
They got rid of the touchdown horse too, right?
Mm-hmm. Gus Edwards.
Gus the
Yep, he is a Charger now. And it's funny.
That's a team. I love Harbaugh,
and
I'm a Justin Herbert fan because I'm an Oregon fan.
Yeah.
And he is our our son. We've had a few quarterbacks from there. Joey Harrington back in the day, Marcus Mariota, stuff like that. We've had some quarterbacks. None of them really done much. Herbert's our man.
Yeah.
The quarterback or not quarterbacks. The coaches have not been our men.
No.
Oh shit! I actually, the first year I liked Staley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. With the face, the one with the face.
The one that dude.
I like Staley a lot, and I like the ballsy, but like you can't be ballsy every effing time. You can't hit on a soft 16 every time.
Every time.
Not every single time. Like sometimes, a good amount of times, but if like the dealer's showing 15. Maybe you got them beat. Maybe they're pulling a 10.
Yeah, just wait, dude. It'll be okay.
Just let the other team make them. Like I've been playing PGA Tour, dropping just on computers, and there's times where like they're 3 shots ahead of me. I'm gonna par out because let them make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily need to be the best in the world to get it.
Yeah.
So sometimes
play your game.
Play your game. That's all I got. I don't want to, sometimes if you don't got nothing nice to say, you don't say anything.
When I keep going into the draft, it's like, oh, this is fun, but the Chargers are the most interesting to me. You get the new head coach, and he hasn't played a game yet with this team, obviously.
You know this Harbaugh's percentages of winning percentage as a head coach is like 72, 75%.
Yeah, he was great for the 49ers.
One of the highest in NFL history.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm really excited to see how he cultivates their defense because they need it, and that the 49ers defense was magical all those years.
Oh yeah. And what's even crazier, and people aren't talking about it as much, he's running like he ran NFL offenses that are today in 2000 was 12. I think it was
2012 is when they lost to the Ravens.
Everything's 2012 this year.
Yeah, that's always.
Even second guess
everything
myself.
was supposed to end. It was a big year.
It was a huge year.
Everyone's
like
with
Kaepernick, he changed offense. He was running the Lamar Jackson 2018, 2019, whatever offense with Colin Kaepernick. Arguably, even better at times. I mean, that
Yeah, it was brand new. No one had film on
no one had
anything.
any idea what the
It's
hell.
like, what do you mean a pro style, sometimes spread out offense?
The most insane thing at that time was a wildcat.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, they switched out a quarterback for running back.
The one that was also a really weird time because that was one of the first with Colin Kaepernick, where the fastest. I mean, Michael Vick obviously before, but the fastest guy on the field's the quarterback. Like that never happened.
No, I mean, I watched him break 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
just
peel off
at his stride.
Mhm.
I feel like it was 5
gazelle.
yards.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, because
god,
he's one of those dudes that people think they had the angle on. You did technically, but then you better be
any other man in the
Yeah.
NFL, you have the angle for sure.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is John Harbaugh's a damn good coach.
You're like
John?
Jim.
I knew it was wrong.
John's the Ravens. Yeah.
I knew it was wrong. I mean, who the hell names their kids the same?
John and Jim, they look the same. The dad looks exactly the same too. There's 3 of them.
Are their dad looks the same?
Dad looks identical to both of them.
Like the Mannings.
Yes.
I mean, you get that forehead.
Yeah.
It goes forever.
You will not escape the forehead.
Shout out Stephen A. Smith. Moving on. What do we got next? Broncos. What did we decide on the Broncos? We have no idea. Probably quarterback if there's any left.
I think that if they really panic, it'd be fun if they end up getting Michael Penix.
Michael Penix.
That could be really interesting.
Michael Penix.
It's funny because some people have Michael Penix top 5. Some people don't have him in the first round. He's the most polarizing player I've seen in this draft.
I watched him cook the Ducks.
He's good, but when you've blown out 2 ACLs and 1 shoulder, you've had 3 different season-ending injuries, I wouldn't draft you in the first round. That's how I feel about it. And that is but it's like he's going to be taking harder hits. And like, I just don't see it getting better.
You know who should take him?
Someone that can let him sit.
The Jets.
The Jets, exactly. That's who should take him.
It just dawned on me. I don't know who they need. Off the top of my head, they're probably offensive line. That's it.
Offensive line. They definitely. That's one of the things I have.
Joe Lowell's not going to be there though.
It's funny you say that. It's a pretty. They've got. There's 2. Unaga. There's a couple guys. One guy from like Oregon State. There's a few good tackles, but it's funny you say that. In my notes, I have. If the Jets do anything other than tackle, they deserve their demise.
That's true. But
they deserve it.
At the same time, there is Packers boy still out there. The one who's been injured, the Packers. Bakhtiari. Yeah, maybe. Is he still a free agent?
I don't know. There's another fun one kicking around. Taylor Lewan is always like, "Hey, sign me to your team. Sign me to your team." Like,
what if you upgraded the left side of your offensive line? He's a tackle, isn't he? Lewan?
Yeah, he.
But also, honestly, has Mekhi Becton done too much?
I don't think so.
I think people are kind of hating on it.
Well, and that's why, like, at first, everyone was like, "Oh, like, obviously, they're just going to take the best player. The Chargers are going to take the best player and get Joe Alt." But I don't see that happening because you already have an All-Pro left tackle. You got Rashawn Slater.
And you lost 2 of your top 2 wide receivers.
Yeah. So I think
Austin Eckler's gone too, right?
I think so.
I think he's gone too.
Yeah.
So like you lost your top 3 offensive weapons.
Yeah.
You have to take a weapon.
Yeah.
And if Marvin Harrison Jr. is sitting there because everybody else is quarterback hungry,
mm-hmm.
you have to take Marvin. You have
because like
Justin Herbert and Marvin Harrison Jr. For the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
I also fear for them. They have Greg Roman as their offensive coordinator now. That was the offensive coordinator for the Ravens in the 2019 season. But that's the same man that was throwing screens.
That's the same man who got fired essentially for not being able to create a passing.
Yes, 100%. He could not do it.
Justin Herbert known for his legs.
Well, and he even came out and said, "Could you imagine if Justin Herbert had a good running game? It's like he needs to not have only a running game."
That's the problem. A good running game, but like homeboy's known because he can rocket a pass 75 yards on a dime, a dime. Dude's a freak.
I love watching him.
If I watch him hand the ball off 30 times a game, I'm gonna go
freak out
and slap Greg Roman.
Yeah, you're gonna hand it to Gus Edwards, who's gonna average 3 yards a carry. He's great. He's gonna get you that
touchdowns, dude. He's one of my favorites for a touchdown parlay. Yeah. Oh my god, dude!
Good bet.
He's made me some money, but don't take him to get 50 yards.
No, don't ever bet over on yards.
Maybe don't even take him to get 40.
Yeah, take it for a touchdown.
3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Yep,
that's that man. That's it.
He's a fullback that ran a 4.5.
The kid said, "All right, got to go ahead and now to go eat with some friends. Stay safe, boys. See you in the kitchen.
Appreciate you.
Being here, my guy. You're the man. You are the man." We're probably gonna wrap this up here pretty soon. We're almost an hour in already.
Yeah.
And we just kind of wanted to do a little pregame talk about some of the big things. You got anything else burning in your mind?
I think the next time we are doing this, there might be some more rumors that, oh man, I bet by then the hottest story will be that Jaden Daniels isn't gonna play for Washington. And I'm here to say he is. He's going to.
Sometimes you don't have a choice. Same thing. You hear the thing where New England drafts him, he won't play there because it's too cold.
Dude, get over yourself.
It's too cold. I don't want.
It's too cold. I won't do it.
I do appreciate anybody that's popped in and said hi. This has been episode 1 of Cody and Jake
Sports Takes.
Hell yeah. We apologize about the mic issue that decided to spawn on us here early on. When it worked again 10 minutes prior to. I'm sick of this shit.
It saw me come in.
I'm not doing it. I know you just spent.
This guy doesn't even have a sport jacket on. I'm not doing it.
Hey, I don't have a whole lot. My only sports thing, a little inside baseball, is Oregon Duck stuff.
Okay. And throws off your.
It's green.
Yeah.
So at that point,
you didn't want to have literally
just have a floating fucking head.
You could have been Marvin Harrison Jr. if you just had a green screen shirt.
That's gotta be racism. That's gotta be racist in some way, shape, or form. That's gotta be blackface.
As long as it's your face, your face, right?
I mean, but then they're like, "Hey, this is the first." I don't want to be the inception of Black Chest.
It feels like Get Out when they're like, "We're gonna take your great body and we're gonna put our brains in."
And I think that with that, we're gonna get out. I appreciate the hell out of you guys.
All right, guys.
Until Thursday, stay tuned for our time. We'll probably be minimum 30 minutes early, if not a little earlier. We'll talk, me and him, more about it. Until next time, I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Fucking bye!